Hey guys, Red Panda Mining here. Welcome to the Cryptominerbros YouTube channel. This is a specific how to set up a Antminer S21. This is a brand new next generation Bitcoin miner from Bitmain and is supposed to achieve about 17.5 joules per terahash. But depending on your environment, that could be much higher. So be mindful of that depending on where you are mining with one of these ASICs if you do decide to get one. And if you decide to get one, check out Cryptominerbros, link down below. Use offer code REDPANDA for $50 off if you are looking for one of these S21s or any other ASIC miner. So I actually just put this in sleep mode because it was fairly loud. I didn't want to talk with you guys, and you guys saw the decibel rating earlier. It's about over 90 decibels. This thing is extremely loud when it starts mining. So wherever you're wanting to mine with one of these, you have to be cognizant about that. So environment plays the part. Sound, you have to have a way to extract that heat that's coming out of this because it's pulling almost 35 to 3900 watts, again dependent on ambient temperature. So there's a couple other things here. Before you plug in an ASIC miner like this, you got to make sure you have the power infrastructure to run a Bitmain S21 like this. So at home, if you decide to do this at home, you will need to have a certified electrician to run a 240 volt circuit. 220, 240 volt circuit. And typical 240 volt 30 amp circuits are going to be plugging into an L630R receptacle plug here, and then going into an L630P plug, all right, which goes then into a PDU, power distribution unit. You can get these various places. For me, I've got them from Alibaba or Amazon or eBay, many places, but you're gonna have to do your own research on which PDUs that you like here. Now, the big thing regarding the Bitmain S21, since it's the next generation Bitcoin miner, there is a new power cable essentially. So what I mean by that is this one right here going into the Bitmain S21. Okay, there's two clips, you can easily pull it out. Now, it looks like this. This is not your standard North American plug. Bitmain has decided to have a new revision plug here to not only have it locked in place by these clips. Usually the other Antminers have just, you know, a C13, C14 plug, and you can easily push that in or pull it out without any clips. But this one does have a clip here on this P13 to C20 cable here, which does come with the Bitmain S21. Now, there are other plugs, so depending on the power setup, the infrastructure setup, Bitmain does have their own Ant PDU, which then has their own P13, which goes into a P33 or P34 input. I'll have the information down below. There is a blog post about that on bitmain.com. I have it linked down below, as you guys can see there. But so just keep in mind here, this cable, it does come with it, okay, depending on the PDU. So just be mindful that you're gonna have to contact whoever that you're buying these from, such as Cryptominerbros. Okay, so I'm gonna plug this back in, okay, and then this end is gonna go into, this is a C20 plug, C19 input, typical PDU that I have here. Okay, plug this in. I forgot that I have to plug in my PDU because I was just showing this as an example. Okay, let's turn back on. I'm gonna plug in the network cable. Okay, and that's it. And of course, okay, so first thing you want to do to connect to your Antminer S21 is going to be downloading a IP scanner, or alternatively you can log into your router if you're comfortable with that, just to get the IP address of the Antminer. So, but I use Advanced IP Scanner, free to download, just Google it and it should come up. Then you install it and you can then scan your network, your IP range here. So my IP range 10, 100, 100, and then the IP of the Antminer is actually 178. Okay, you guys may be different, most likely. So just keep that in mind, and you might have a lot more devices on the same network. So yeah, just due diligence there. But anyways, you're gonna want to get the IP address so that we can log in to the Antminer S21. So I'm gonna copy that. Then just go to a browser, any web browser, and I'm going to paste in that IP address, 10.100.100.178. You'll then be presented with a login, and the Bitmain stock admin username and password is going to be root, and then password root. Then we're going to hit sign in, and there we go. So now we are in the S21. Now you want to set up your mining pool and your miner name in order to start mining Bitcoin. So a few things in case you're just starting out. All right, I'm going to go through the different mining pools that are out there. Also, maybe one of the best ways to store your Bitcoin. It's actually on the blockchain, but to store your private keys, have like a cold storage wallet. I recommend getting a Tangem wallet. If you use code RPM, you get 10% off if you decide to order one of these Tangem wallets, where you can have, you know, multiple, not just Bitcoin, but a lot of other cryptocurrencies as well. Using your phone, it's very easy to set up, and yeah, it takes about less than 3 minutes to set up. And yeah, I highly recommend the Tangem wallet. It's very easy to use. You gotta make sure you have NFC though, compatible on your cell phone, all right, on your phone. Okay, so next part is, once you know how to store your crypto, your Bitcoin, I mean, there's various ways, not just using Tangem, but make sure you do your own research on that. So make sure you get your receiving Bitcoin address on like a Tangem or cold storage wallet, okay? Then next step is to go to a mining pool that you want to mine to. Now, there are a lot of different mining pools out there. I'm not going to tell you which one's the best because I have absolutely no idea. Generally though, they all make the same after a span of a year. So don't worry too much. But I mean, the fees on a lot of these pools are varying. For myself, I mine on viabtc.com. So I'm going to show you guys that example today. And here it is. So you have to make an account, all right? And your account name is going to matter because we're going to be using that copying that into the mining name here, as well as we need the mining address, the server pool of the Bitcoin pool. So for viabtc, for example, if I just go to the bottom here, scroll to Stratum URL, we're going to copy this first one here. Go back to the web GUI of the S21, paste that in. And then there's going to be a few backup mining pools that you also want to copy in as well. Okay, 0.25, 443 for viabtc, for example. But it's going to be probably most likely different for a lot of other Bitcoin mining pools. So once you have the server pools in, you're going to want to go into the miner name. This is where you're going to put your account address in for viabtc. So the account name that you registered in, for me, it's RPM 2023. Then I put in RPM 2023. Then you're going to want to put a period. Okay, this period is very important to distinguish the worker name for your S21. So I called my S21 just called S2101, right? So that's how to distinguish for the worker name when you go to workers. Okay, workers will show S2101. See, like this. Okay, so you got to copy that 3 times on each tab here. You can make sure you have the backup pools, and you just do X for password or 123 or anything. It's optional, but I always do X. Okay, then once you have all that set just like this, you're gonna hit save, and it'll take a couple minutes. It'll probably reboot, and it's gonna then start mining, and you're mining away, mining Bitcoin, and it's gonna be great. Okay, guys, for viabtc, when you are going to withdraw your earnings, you're gonna want to go to assets at the top, and then you are gonna go, when you get enough Bitcoin that you want to withdraw, you just go to withdraw here, and then paste in the receiving address of your Tangem wallet or whatever other cold storage wallet that you have. Okay, so that's how to set up an Antminer S21, my friends. Let's take you guys out here now. So just to conclude, that's how to set up a new Antminer S21. This thing is quite the monster. Now, ambient temperatures do play the part. I have to stress that. So I know advertised is about 3,500 watts at 200 terahash. So I'm using about almost 300 to 400 watts more, but that's because my ambient temperatures right now is quite hot in my testing area here. So wherever you're mining, you got to make sure you have the ability to extract this heat somewhere out a window or something. And unless you're an industrial miner, I mean, you're probably not watching this video anyway, as it's mainly for residential mining setups, such as myself here, that I have. Okay, so all right, my friends, that's it for this video. Thank you, cryptominerbros.com, for sending me the S21 for review here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Links down below to everything there if you are interested in purchasing one. You guys have a great one. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.